Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for January 23rd, 2012. We do have some interesting developments going on throughout the northern mid-Atlantic as temperatures start to rise rapidly above freezing and rain is on the way. So what do we have on the observations as of 9 o'clock this morning? We have temperatures still around or slightly below freezing over portions of northwestern and northern Connecticut, back through the central Hudson River Valley, around Poughkeepsie, and then back down towards portions of northwestern New Jersey and northeastern Pennsylvania. Now, as you can see, for the rest of the region, temperatures are rising rapidly into the upper 30s to even the upper 40s along the southern New Jersey coast. Even portions of eastern Pennsylvania are above freezing as well. So this cold air really isn't going to last for all that much longer. You have easterly winds and southerly winds approaching as a warm front starts to make its way to the north and west, north and east, should I say. As a result of all this warm air moving over a relatively weak snowpack, we do have some moderate areas of fog. Visibility ranges anywhere from a half mile to 3 miles throughout the region, and that fog will start to slowly lift as we move through the late morning hours. In place of that fog will be periods of rain. When we take a look at the latest radar, you can see we have plenty of rainfall approaching as a warm front and eventually an included front moves through the northern Mid-Atlantic. This will be an all-rain event. There will be no threat for frozen precipitation with this warm front and low-pressure system that is currently over the Great Lakes and will drive towards the St. Lawrence River Valley. That means plenty of warm air will be flooding into the northern Mid-Atlantic. One little point I just want to make here is that there is some very impressive severe thunderstorms over portions of the southeast, especially around Alabama, approaching Georgia, portions of the Florida Panhandle. These thunderstorms are producing tornadoes, and they are a major threat for anyone that's living down in this area. So if you have family down here, phone in, check on them, make sure that they are prepared for a rather stormy day on the way over the southeast. As far as the northern mid-Atlantic, I expect this rainfall to move into eastern Pennsylvania by about 1 to 2 p.m. and continue to spread throughout the region this evening. I'm not expecting a complete total washout. Anywhere from a quarter to 3/4 of an inch of rain can be expected. I think an isolated location could reach an inch of rain, but that's going to be with a very heavy downpour. Most locations will be around a half an inch. This isn't the worst heavy rain event we've seen so far this winter. So clearly it will allow plenty of this snow to wash away, which will create some moderate to major ponding on the roadways and localized flash flooding of small streams and some urban flooding due to some poor drainage. But for the most part, we're dealing with just your normal moderate to heavy rain event. Taking a look at the water vapor satellite picture, bring that up, and you can see there's plenty of warm air surging to the north and east. Here's our warm front separating the very warm air from the somewhat warm air, and our cold air mass associated with this high pressure system is rapidly exiting out into the Atlantic. You can see behind this occluded front and cold front, we have another cold front here that will move through tomorrow morning and clear everything out. But the high pressure systems behind this cold front structure here are not of Arctic origin, they're of Pacific origin. And that means that temperatures behind this cold front will actually end up being warmer than what we have currently, which is pretty impressive if you think about it. So our Arctic air mass leaves along with any snow that's on the ground, and a Pacific air mass takes hold. Taking a look at the latest model guidance, using the National Weather Service GFS guidance. Unfortunately, Penn State EWAL, which I normally use, is down right now. But you can see this afternoon, our warm front's approaching, scattered showers to develop. By this evening, that rainfall starts to invade the northern mid-Atlantic. Philadelphia will see the heavy rain first, followed by New York City. The rush hour this evening is going to be rather wet and not very pretty. So do prepare for periods of heavy rain and slow driving for the rush hour this evening. Once that cold front exits by tomorrow morning, you can see dry air takes hold. Temperatures will range in the lower to mid 30s for lows tomorrow morning and then quickly rebound into the 40s to lower 50s along the immediate coast. So we're not really looking at anything of a cool down with behind this cold front because we're dealing with a Pacific air mass rather than an Arctic or polar air mass. Beyond tomorrow, high pressure will be in control for Tuesday and Wednesday as we enjoy tranquil weather conditions. A cold front will move through on Thursday. Now, this cold front will transport a slightly colder polar air mass in place, and there is a threat for a few scattered rain and snow showers at the start. But notice where our high pressure system is off the coast, and as a result, we're going to have southerly and southeasterly winds going right into the coastal plain. That's going to warm the entire northern Mid-Atlantic up. So temperatures are going to be above freezing where this blue line is right here. So any showers that do move through are likely going to change quickly over to rain. And then we can expect a total rain event for Friday. Rain heavy at times. I'm looking anywhere from a half an inch to possibly even as much as 2 inches of rain by the time this storm is all said and done. I'm going to keep an eye on this low pressure system right here, but right now I think it's going to remain to the south and east of the northern Mid-Atlantic and remain rather progressive on Friday evening. But it's something to keep an eye on. And then for this weekend, we clear out once again. Now, there is a disturbance I'm keeping an eye on for Sunday. The GFS is starting to pick it up. The European model guidance does a better job picking it up, of a weak area low pressure right off the New Jersey coast. That could produce a few scattered snow showers and nothing, maybe a little bit of light snow on Sunday morning. It's something to keep an eye on. Right now, it's not that impressive looking, and most of the ensemble model guidance barely shows any influence. If anything, it'll just get colder as we move into Sunday and into early next week. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, stay safe out there and watch out for that heavy rain, especially with the ponding on the roadways and some slick roadways as well. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. As always, you can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. Have a great day.